Hello students, today we are going to understand chapter on strings in Python. This is CBSE class 7 chapter. So let's try to understand more on strings in Python, how we can have different operations on the strings in Python. Okay, so let's start off. Now what is a string? String in Python is a sequence of characters, right? Sequence of one or more characters. So strings in Python is a sequence of one or more characters. Like I say Priyanka. So Priyanka is a string, and P, R, I, these are all different characters, right? It's a one or more characters. So string is a sequence of one or more characters, okay? These characters can be alphabets, like in Priyanka we have all alphabets, right? We can have digits also, right? We can have maybe Priyanka @83, right? So here 83 is my digit. So string can be an alphabet, can be a digit, can be a special characters also, okay? Anything, right? The way you give your password, like our password, we include all this alphabet, digits and special characters, right? That is a string. So string not necessarily only an alphabet, it can be an alphabet, digit, special character, or a combination of all this. Clear? And you already know, like in Python we can have string enclosed within this double quotes, which we have already been doing, or in a single quote it can also be there, or we have something called triple quote. We can have triple quote like this, okay? Triple quote is also there. Triple quote generally we use when we have a very big string that goes over multiple lines. So when we have a string that spans over multiple lines, then we use triple quote. Okay, so instead of single quote, double quote, we use triple quote when we have a string, very big string that spans over multiple lines. Okay, like my name is Priyanka, I study here, I am a student of a CBSE, and like it's a kind of a paragraph, kind of a string when you have, then we use triple quote. So is it all clear? What is string? It's a sequence of one or more characters. We can have alphabet, digits, special characters in a string. Then string can be enclosed within single quote, double quote, or triple quotes. Triple quote generally we use when we have a very big string that spans over multiple lines. Clear? Now let's move on. Now we'll understand this accessing characters in a string. So in a string we have a sequence of characters. As I said, Priyanka or Priyanka @83. Okay. So how do we access one character from that string? Okay. Like see here I have a variable s. Okay. And I have a string stored in this variable as hello world. Okay. Now how do I access H, E, L, O, one character from this string? Okay, now there is a one very important thing here. In a string, okay, when you store a string to a variable, then each string character is being assigned a unique number, and that unique number is called an index, and that unique numbers always start from 0, 1, 2. Let me just show you in a notepad so it will be easier. Then I'll show you in Python also. Okay. So if I have a string called s is equal to hello world. Okay. So here what happens? Every character here. Okay. See here properly. See, every character here has a index. So index starts from 0, then the second character will be 1 index, third character will be 2 index, then 3, like this. So here my H, starting H is at index 0, then E is at index 1, then L is at index 2, then again the second L is at index 3, O is at index 4. Then this space also is being given an index. So you have a space here, right? That is also been given an index. So this space is equal to my fifth index. Then I have W is my 6. Okay, then I have O is my 7 index, R is my 8 index, L is my 9 index, world, then this is my 10 index. Okay, so here each character is been given an index. Now if I want to access any character, suppose I want this W to be extracted, so what is the index of this W? 6, right? It starts from 0, remember, huh? So 6. So if I want to extract W, so that will be S in a third bracket 6. Okay, so this is my variable name and these are my index name. So to access any character in the string, you have to specify the variable name and then within the square bracket you have to specify the index. So if I give computer print S6, it will print my, from this variable, from S variable, the 6th index it will print, which is world. Clear? So here in your book, if you see, they have given, see, hello world. So each has an index being specified. And this index is a unique number that is assigned to each character in your string. Clear? Now, if anyone asks you what is the length of the string, the length of the string will be 11. Because it starts from 0 till 10. So it means 1, 2, 3, 4, total is 11 characters are there. So the length of the string will be 11. Don't confuse, don't say in length of the index will be 10 because the index ends at 10. No, because it starts at 0, that's why it is ending at 10, but the actual length of the string is 11. Clear? And the space, as I said, space also occupies an index. Is it clear? So now see, we can access each of the letters by this. Now this first H is at 0 index, so S0 if I give, it will give me H. Like this we can go on. Let me show you in a in Python. If I do, very simply I'll write, let me just write, I'll take a variable name is equal to Priyanka maybe, okay, and print, suppose I want to print Y. So what is the index of Y, can you tell me? Just pause the video and try and answer this. What will be the index of Y here? See, this is 0 index, correct? R is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So Y is index 3. So how will I print? So I'll write the variable name. Within square bracket I have to write the index and then this close, correct? Let me just save this. Okay, so I have saved this file. Okay, now let me just run and see how it works. See, it gave me Y. Is it clear? Now suppose I want to print this K. What is the index? You have to count again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is my 6. So I'll give 6. So let me just save, run. See, it gave me K. Is it clear, right? Now if I want to print all the characters, I just have to give this print statement. So let me start with 0, then I want the 1, then I want 2 index, 3 index, 4 index, 5 index, 6 was already there, and 1, 7. Total is 7, right? So let me just save and run and see how. See, it gave me PRIYANK, each characters it is giving me. See, here I have written print statement so many times, but the same thing can be done using your for loop also. I'll show you later how do we use for loop here. Okay, clear? So till now here it's clear how in a string we can access each characters So each character has an index assigned, so you just need to put the variable name, which is this, and in square bracket you put the index number. Clear? Okay, so we have understood strings and how to access each character from the string, right? So it starts from 0 till 0, 1, 2, 3 till the length of the string it goes on. Okay, now, okay, this one, see, there is one more way, just remember, but don't get confused here. Like, see, here index can be from 0 till 1, 2, 3 like this also. We can have a negative index also. Okay, like this 10 will be -1, this is -2, -3, -4. Okay, so we have negative index as well that starts -1 from the end one. Okay, like in your Python program, let me just show you. Now here, if I write 5, okay, so what will it print? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, n, it will print n here, right? Let me run. It prints n, correct? Now the same n can be accessed from negative integer also. Okay, now here we know this is 0 index, this is 1 index, this is 2 index, right? In Python there are other way of also referencing a index. Okay, so it is, this is -1, this is -2, this is -3. Okay, so here n, if I write -3, then also it will give me the correct, see, it will still give me n. Okay, now if I give -2 is my k. Okay, so it will give me k. Okay, so there are two ways of referencing a string. Okay, so either it will be 0, 1, 2 till like this, or it can be other way round also. Here it will be -1, so the last character of your string, which is D, will be -1, then the second last, which is L, will be -2, then the third last will be -3. Like this it will go, so on and on, so on it will go like this, dot. Okay, so this is another way only, but generally we use this way only, where it is from 0 till 10 we use. But do remember this, because in your exam you might get questions like this, right? Ma'am, where ma'am may write print s -3. So what is it? Okay, so it will be from back, you just need to go -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So your space will be -6, then -7, -8, -9. Like this it will go till -11. Clear? Okay, now let's just try to understand this example that is given in your book. Okay, let's see, it's not an example, it's a question. So let's see. So you have a string A with aeroplane, right? Now they're asking what will be the output of the code. So print A0. Tell me, it's very simple now, students. I'll not tell you. A0, so A is your variable name, so that is a variable, and 0 is your index, so A0 will be your A, the first letter, correct? Then print A0, then it will print A, A0 will be A, A3 will be what? 0, 1, 2, 3, this O will be A3, and then this will be your A5. So it will print 1, A, O and P, I think, A, O, L, correct? Let's try to write this and see. Okay, very simple. So we'll just write. So we take S is equal to aeroplane. Okay, first they are printing S0. We'll do all together and see. Then second it is printing S0, comma S3, comma S5. Clear? Now let's try to run this, then we'll do the other ones. Now see here, the first will be a print statement, S0 is your A. Now the second S0, they will print A, then S3 with third is your this O, so it printed O, and then your fifth index is L, so it printed L. Clear? Now let's see what was the third one. Third one is if statement is there. If A1 is your what? Tell me. What is A1? Sorry. So what is my A1? A1 is E, correct? 0, 1. E as an index of 1, right? So if A1 is equal to we are doing some little very small operation on this string. If this is equal to A8, now what is A8 here? Tell me. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So E will be again 8. So A8 is also E and A1 is also E. So this condition satisfy here, right? So if this is A equal to, then we'll print hello. Okay. Else, you remember else statement, if else, I hope you should remember, right? Else will print hi. Okay. Now let's save it and run it. So let's comment out this first two print statements. Okay. Now let us save it, then run it and see how. Did I do any mistake? Let me just see. Yeah, it's a very silly mistake I did. See, I took A, but we have a variable name S. That's why this error. So it should be S, right? Shouldn't be A. Yeah. Now let me just save and run. Oh, okay. See, it printed hello. Why? Because these two characters are equal. So it went to this loop and printed hello. Now suppose instead of 8, I give 7 here, which is your N, right? Now character E is not equal to N, then it should come to else part, right? Let me save and run. See, it printed hi. It came to this part, right? Is it clear? Students, it's very simple. You just see, this is a very small operation we did on a string, and just to understand. Clear, right? Any doubt, you can comment me. I'll try and reply on that. Okay. Okay, students. So let's try to understand some of the string operations that we have. So till now we have understood how we can access each character from the string, the indexing, and then we can have a negative index also. We have seen how we can do all this, right? Now let's try to understand some of the string operations. Okay. Now first is concatenation. Concatenation. So what does that means? See, so I have two strings. One string is Priyanka, another string it is Agarwal, suppose, and I want to join these two. Okay. I want to have output as Priyanka, Agarwal together. I want to join this. Okay. This is called concatenation. So concatenation operator is used to join two strings. Okay. Like here, for example, if you see S is Python, T is program. If I write S plus T, that means Python program together with no space. Remember guys, it will come together. Now let's see. Let's try to write this in a program. Okay. Let's take this example only. Okay, we have S as aeroplane. Now maybe I'll have another variable T as maybe flying. Okay, so I want to print together aeroplane flying. So what will I write? Print, or maybe I want to have aeroplane flying coming in another variable. Maybe in W I want aeroplane flying together. So I can write W is equal to S plus T. Now here if I print W, see what it comes. Let's see, Let us save, run and see what it comes. See, did you see the first aeroplane flying? I have concatenated these two strings. One is aeroplane and flying, and I just put a plus sign for concatenation. Okay, So it will join these two strings and put this in this variable, and then I printed the variable. Similarly, if you want, you can have 3-4 strings and I want them together. Now suppose I have another variable w. I am flying and spelling. Okay, I am flying. Suppose this is my string, not w. W I have already used variable, so maybe n. Okay, so this is one string. I am flying an aeroplane. Maybe I have another variable m, which is maybe a string on in August maybe, huh? Okay, now I want to concatenate this three variable s, n and m. So I want to have the string as I am flying an aeroplane in August. So how can I do that? Then how will it be? Tell me. So first I want n. So whichever string you want the first, that variable you have to put first. So I want this to be first, so n, plus which after this I want aeroplane, which is in s, right? So I'll put s, again a plus, and then I want in August, so I'll put m here, right? Then n. Now print w. If I do, see what it comes. Let us run and see. See, I am flying an aeroplane in August. Did you see there is no space in between? Okay, so it will just concatenate together. It will not give space on its own, because I remember I told you in string the space is also considered as an index, so they'll not put the space on their own. If you want a space, then you have to put that. Okay, clear? So is concatenation clear? So concatenation is just used to join two strings. Clear? Now the second string operation is repetition. Okay, now same string, if you want to have repeated 4 times, 5 times, 100 times maybe, then we use this repetition string operation. Very simple. In repetition, we just like the way we do multiply. If I do 2 into 4, that means 2 4 times, correct? So here also same. If here also we use this multiplication symbol, and if I write s is my string variable, s into 3, that means s 3 times. So it will be 3 times s. If I write s5, so it will take 5 times that s. Okay, similar to your multiplication you can consider. Okay, let's try to write here one. Now suppose I have this ts flying, right? I want flying maybe 10 times. Okay, so how do I write? I can just take a variable k is equal to t into 10. Let's print k and see what it comes. Let me just comment out this line so that you all don't get confused. Okay, I'll comment out all the print statements. Okay, now let's try to write. So here what I did, k is equal to t into 10. What is t? T is flying, correct? Into 10 means 10 times. When it 10 times, I'll take flying and put that in k variable, and then I'm printing k. Okay, now let's run and see. So see, flying 10 times it turned. Clear? So repetition is very simple. In repetition, just how many times, if you want to have a string repeated, we use multiplication or star symbol and then the number. And what was concatenation? It is to join two strings. So I hope it's clear, right? Very simple. Now the third is the membership. What do you mean by membership? Okay, so membership is also again a very simple string operation where we use in or not in. Okay, suppose you have a string called apple and I want to search if any character is present in this or not. Then I'll suppose I want to search p in apple. So in membership, membership is used to return whether a particular character is present in the string or not. Now suppose if I write P, so there are two built-in things of membership. One is in and not in operators. We have two operators. Okay, so if I write P in apple, it will return true because P is there in apple. If I write X in ship, it's not there, right? So it will return false. And not in will just check opposite, like P not in apple. No, P is in apple, so this will return false, not true. Similarly, X not in ship. Yes, X is not in ship, so it will return true. Correct? Let's try to write and see. Okay, now if I write like suppose I'll check if in M is A there or not. If with if I am checking, right? If A in M, print. Oh, but I print yes. Else print no. Okay, now let's save. I'll just comment out this so that it's easier for you to understand. Now let me just see. Run. Oh, okay, so I didn't give a colon here. So see, students, these are all very important things. Okay, let me just run. See, it gave me yes. Why? Because it checked if A in M, means if this letter is there in M. It is there, right? So it will go to this line and it will print yes. It will not print no, because it doesn't come to else statement, right? But if I give something K, is K, if K is in M, no, it's not there, right? Now let's save and run. See, it will print no. No. Is it clear? So if anything is, if a character is there in the string, it returns true. If the character is not in that string, it returns false. So here what happened? It is returning true. That's why it's coming to this line, right? For K, for A, it's returning true, coming to this line. But for K, it's returning false. So it's coming to this line. Clear? Now let's try to see not in also. Now see, if I write not in. If K not in M, this is true statement, and K is not in M, then it should come here, correct? So now see, if I save, it will print yes instead of no. See, yes. Similarly, if I write A, now A not in M, which is a false statement, correct? So it will come to the else part, correct? Now let me just save and run. See, no. So clear, not in and in. So we have done 3 string operation till now. One is this concatenation, where we are joining the string. Second is repetition, where we are just repeating the same string as many number of times you want. Third is the membership, where we use not in or in. Clear? Is it clear? Right? If you want in here, you can run this also if you want in the command prompt itself. P in apple. See, it will return true, right? P is in apple, right? But if I write P not in apple, it will return false. Clear? So you understood this, right? I just gave you an example here with the coding, with a simple code. If else statement, here you can see what it is returning. Okay, so membership is clear. Now the last one, I think the slicing. Last one is the slicing. Slicing means when you want to extract a part from a complete string. Okay, like I have a string, my name is Priyanka. Now from this complete string, I just want to take away Priyanka from there. How do we do that? I have, like in a variable, I have a string. So let me have a variable here. name, where I have my name is Priyanka. Okay. Now when I, let me comment out this all. Okay, I am commenting out all this. Okay, now when I print name, what will it print? It will print the complete my name is Priyanka, correct? Let's see, my name is Priyanka, but I don't want the complete string. I just want Priyanka from this string. Means I want to slice this string. So I just want to extract a part of this string. This is a complete string. I want to just extract a part of this string. So how can you do that? Using slice. Okay, we can do that using slicing. So let's understand how we can do that. Okay. Okay. Now this slicing, what is the syntax of writing this slicing is, I'll show you. So it is name. So from this string I want to slice. Name is my variable, right, of the string. So from this string I want to cut something. In bracket, square bracket, okay. There are three parameters here. Start, stop and step. You remember the range function we did in for loop? It's similar. Three are there. Start, like from which index you want to start. Stop, at which index I want to stop. And again here stop, remember, like this range, we don't include the last stop value. It's always stop -1. Similarly here also it's always stop -1. Okay. So start, the start index from where I want to extract, the stop index and the step, like I want in the step of 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Clear? Now let's try to see what is the index of P here. Tell me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? This is 11. And what is A? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So from 11 till 18 I want to extract. So I'll write here 11, comma. Should I write 18 or 19? Tell me now, students. I should write 19 because I just now told same as your range index. It is always till -1 they will take. Okay. Now I want it in a step of 1 only. Correct? Now print. Oh, sorry. Yeah. This I want to store in some variable. Let me name 1 maybe. Okay. Now I'll print name 1. Let's see what happened. Let me just save, run. There is an error. Let's see what is an error. Let's try to figure out. Okay, so I did a mistake. It's not comma, it's colon. Remember this. In range we have column, it's a comma in range where we have start, stop and the step. But here in your slicing you have a colon. Okay, we don't give comma here. Okay, now let's save and run and check. Okay, now see, my name is Priyanka. That is printed because of this print statement. And then in name 1, I am slicing from 11th index till 18 index in the step of 1, and then I'm printing that. So it will give me Priyanka. Now just see, if I give a step 2, means in the step of 2 you have to take. So from 11 it will take 11. Then step 2 it will take I. Then it will take A. Then it will take K. Right? Now let's see how it works. See, it took in the step of 2 from 11. Pre, I, A, K. Is it clear, students? Tell me. Any doubt? Then please comment me. I hope it's very clear. So till now we have done 4 string operation. The first was concatenation, where we are just joining the strings together with a plus sign, right? The second, we did the repetition, where if I want the same string to be repeated 10 times, 20 times, then we use this star sign and the number, how many times you want. Then the third was, what was third? Third was, even I forgot, membership, right? So in membership, we have in or not in, right? Where we check if a particular character is there in your string or not. And the last one was slicing, where we want to extract something, extract a part from the string, then we use this slicing. And in slicing, how we do that? First we put the variable name, the string name from where we want to extract. Then in square brackets, we have 3 parameters separated by a colon, okay? We specify the start, we specify the stop and the step value. Is it clear? Any doubt, anything? No? Now let's try to understand this few of the example given for slicing, okay? Now remember one thing more, student, all this, okay, all these 3 parameters are optionals, not required. If you don't give anything, they will take start as default 0, stop will be your default, the last index of your string, and this will be your default 1. Okay, now let's try to understand. Let me just comment out this. One by one we'll do. Now if I do name 1 is equal to, so maybe name 2 is equal to name, and I don't mention anything, just a colon, it's a blank, right? Let's see how it behaves. So here all the default value will be taken. So start will be from 0, end will be your end of the string, and step of 1. So it will print the entire thing only. So if I print name 2 here, what will it print? The entire thing only. Clear? See, entire thing. Correct? Now let's go by one example from each of this. So it is x 3 7. So start is your 3. So if you see start is your 3, like here they have taken x programming, okay, that's a variable. So if they give 3x, 3 and 7, so start is 3 index. So 3 is your 0, 1, 2, 3, always starts from 0, remember, 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 is your z. So from G it will start till end is 7. 7 means till 6. Remember 1 minus, right? So 4, 5, 6. So this is your 6. So it will, and your step is nothing given. That means default 1. So it will print GRAM. Clear this output? Now see this output. Here the start is not given anything. It's a blank, right? Before colon nothing given means it's a blank start. So again start will be your default, which is 0. Stop will be your 4. So it will start from 0 to 4 in a step value of 1. Because step is also not given, so 1 by default. So from 0 to 4 it will take means P till R. P 0 till 4, no, till 3, right? Minus 1. So 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3 till prog. So this prog will be printed. Clear? Now this x, so it is 7 colon. That means 7 is what? Start index, right? After that nothing is given. So 7 is start. Stop, I told you, if nothing is given, it will take the length of this string. So the length of this string is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So stop, it will take as 11. Okay? And step value again by default 1. So it will print from 7 till 11. So Ming is print. Now nothing is given, as I showed you also. If nothing is given, it will take the complete string, because it will take start as default 0, stop as default, which is your length of the string, and step value default as 1. Now see here all 3 parameters are given, right? So start is 0, end is 6 means 5. So from 0 to 5 in the step of 2. So from 0 to 5. 5 is till here A, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till A, correct? So in the step of 2, so that means it will take P O R, P O R. See? Clear? Now here see, it has written X colon colon 3. That means start value is default, end value is default, and step value is 3 here. That means it will start from 0 index till the end and in the step of 3. So that's why it will take first this P, then G, then M, and then N. So this way it will print. So student, is this clear? Do you want me to write and show it to you one by one? If you want, I can do that also, but I think it is pretty clear now, right? Right? I can just show you one or two. So maybe here the first one, 3, 7. So in my string, if I write 3, 7, and this is default, it will take. So if I save it, now 3 till 6, right? 7 means 6. So here my 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3 is N. From 3, 4, 5, 6. So entire name will be extracted. See here, name is extracted, correct? Now the second one we are not giving any start, only the second end is there and 4 is there, right? So if I give end 4, so it will start from 0, the default. So it will start from here till 4, it will go 0 till 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So my space N will be printed. See, my space N is printed. Clear? I hope this all are clear, right? Now let's try to do one of this where 2, yeah, the last one. See, 2 colons were there, correct? So if I do give 2 colons and 3, so that means, see, the start value is default, nothing given. End value is default, nothing given. So start will be from 0, end will be till the length, and in the step of 3. So it will give me first M, then 1, 2, 3, then N. Like this, it will give me in the step value of 3. Let's see. See, it will give me M first, right? Then it will, then the third one, right? Again the third one, in the step of 3 it is given. Then again the third one. See, match from here, right? Are you getting this? So I hope this is very clear now. Okay, so that's the end till here.